Welcome back. Dark mode. Let's uh let's do it. So my dark mode, you can find it in the I have it linked in the description of where you can add dark mode to your website. You don't even have to download my kit. It's my blog post where I show you how it works. I give you all the code. You just copy and paste it to your project, and this is what it does by default. So it has a bunch of default styles. Number one, it's setting the body to be dark. So we're going to do something about these. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do about these. But I set the dark like headings and text. A lot of it's already taken care of, but like this, we're going to have to figure out what to do with that. But we have to do, this one's going to be a little more custom. So yeah, some of these don't work on dark mode. So that's what we're going to fix. And all we have to do, excuse me, we're going to go to our local.ls. So whatever we're working on, God, I got so many of these damn media queries. I'm going to do another media query starting at 0, just so it's collapsible and easy to maintain. This is going to be dark mode. So I add dark mode at the bottom of all of them. And all we have to do is body.dark mode. And then we just start doing our styles. So what happens when we click this button is the JavaScript is saying, when we click, add a class of dark mode to the body. And when the body has a class of dark mode on it, run these styles. And I can override all of my previous styles just like this. So so like this guy, right? It's not dark enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this. I'm going to get a tint of it. Sorry, I just ate dinner, still kind of reeling from that. So this is my tint shade generator. And let's go dark 50%. So this is landing before. So I'm going to landing and before. Background is going to be that new color. When I save, it changes. So I think I need to go darker. Straight opacity, let's bring it down. Okay, and our H1 and our P, well, that's our H2, it's already got it. So your color is going to be white. And we got to fix this. So I'm going to add a pseudo element on the picture element. So landing picture, you are going to have a before element. I'm going to create a gradient. So I'm going to go to CSS gradient. I'm going to grab my black. So this is a preset. And I think I'm going to do horizontal. No, diagonal down. Yeah. And I'm going to copy. And I'm going to, instead of this background, I'm going to set this to the background. Reformat. And let's see if that works. So here's the picture. Here's the before. Okay, there we go. Now I had to bring it up. So now that gradient is up here in the corner, and it's helping create some contrast for the text here. So that's special dark mode style. So when we remove dark mode from the body, these don't exist anymore because the body doesn't have the dark mode on it. Only when body is on dark mode will these fire off. So I remove this. There it is. And all we do is we just go down. These guys are going to be, it's I don't know what to do with these. I could try filter. So this is done. This is over. So I'm gonna grab this. Let's try this. Um, try image filter brightness 100%. See, that doesn't do it. Um, that makes it darker. I could, if it just keeps going. Let's try 1000%. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Okay, so I could try adding. What is that? Filter drop shadow. What is that? Drop shadow from the filter. Let's see what this does. Maybe if I do a drop shadow is white. Or, yeah, let's try white. Oh, that did something. There we go. That's terrible. Offset, offset, blur. Okay, so we don't want anything offset. Very small blur. So we got that. I mean, that's because the other option is to try and get SVGs of these logos done and then inline them. If I inline my SVG here, I can change the fill color. Also, why do none of these have loading lazy on them? Travesty. And plus these logos, excuse me, they're not final, so I'm not even gonna worry about them. I already know what kind of logos I'm gonna have. So worst case scenario, if I can't get SVGs of these, then what I could do is in Photoshop, I can create a clip mask on top of these, and whatever is transparent, it's just going to remove the white, and the white will basically stay on whatever is filled in with the pixel. So no matter what, everything's just going to turn into white. It's just going to be white, right? And then I just add that image in here, hide it on dark mode, and then change the display none, display block between the light version and the dark version. That's the heavier way of going about it. But yeah, I'm not gonna worry about these for now because they're all placeholder. But this is my best option, just to have some slight difference here. So we go to here. I think this. Let's get a more. let's go here. And then in our root, I don't know if they use in dark root styles. Oh no, that's just my dark root. Never mind. Not in dark root. I want to go into root. Here's my stuff. So dark primary, and you're going to be that color. So that is going to be the picture before. So I'm going to grab this, collapse on manufacture. It is, if you look at here, manufacture, picture before, background is going to be bar, dark primary. The variable we just set. So now they get darker. And I think we could do better. Let's do this dark. Let's go to our root and change it. And let's set an opacity. There you go, it's a little more dark. That's good. That's taken care of. Now we got this. So this, that's the wife. It's gonna be bath time soon. Okay, so it's gonna be okay. Idea.group.picture. Okay, so I just got to target this one very. I have to target this very strategically. That's going to be ideas. Group and then dot two. Okay, got it. And then we're going to do that same pseudo, but I'm going to do, I want it to be horizontal, no, vertical. So I'm going to have to be up here. I'm going to copy that. Well, first I can do my pseudo. And then copy this. Z index. Come on, there's 1 or 10. And there it is. So we got that taken care of. And now this, so this has to swap. I wonder if, let's see, let's try this. So that dark mode is gone. I'll copy you. So what we do, I want your background to flip. So that's going to be dark brown. And then the H2, what was that? What color was that? This one. H2 and our P, y'all are going to be that light color. As well as H3. Let's see what you look like. I'm going to have to do you separately. Yeah, I guess that'll work. That'll work. Okay, and then there's the process. So you need what we do dot process. You gotta set that color. Oh, whoops. Dang it. And then they also have that pseudo element. Right? Okay, so we just inverted their colors. I think that works. These are cool. And again, let's invert. Let's grab this dark mode query. And see how much easier it is. I mean, I know it looks stupid to some. It might look stupid to some people, or it might feel stupid to put a min width 0M. But I mean, look how clean this is. Look how easy it is to navigate your CSS. I mean, you can find exactly what you're looking for in any section at any time. So, and it's not like there's any performance issues with having all these queries. You know, all of my sites are scoring 100 out of 100 now. So, you know, if this looks appetizing to you, go for it. And it looks like we don't have a large text. Here. So yeah, just try it out. Because it's just, if I have to take like this featured section, if I had to take it and add it to a different website, all I got to do is just grab all of its CSS, paste it in its new project, and collapse. And it just freaking works. So definitely recommend it, guys. All right, let's here's our dark mode. Background's going to be this color. And then my P is going to be oh, it's already a color. Let's turn off dark mode really quick. Okay, looks like they're just black. Okay, so then I think P is safe. Oh, that's right, H2. H2 is going to change to this. And yeah, see, H2 is going to be that light color. This. Let's see. Okay, reviews, bottom section. Hard. Let's see what this looks like. The background of that same light color. It looks better. And then let's make it the color of this, which is what is this? Bottom section. .carb.p. So why are you still white? Oh, it's being overridden by an important. That's pretty dumb. Well, let's remove that. There you go. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why that's there. Let's check the color contrast. 6.98. Cool. And yeah, that works. That works. That's already basically dark. And so is that. So that is essentially, I mean, that's dark mode. Oh, I gotta set these. What was this? What we can do? Reviews, featured, what we do. need to target is you have to be very specific to override the previous classes. What we do, dot bottom section card p. So that's the path to get to there. And there we go. So when we zoom out and we go full screen. Oh, also we got to fix that. That's another dumb one. So let's just remove that entire. That's going to be in dark root. And that's going to be side nav active menu. So let's search for active menu. There it is. Let's remove that. All right, now we got that. Now let's go full. Actually, let's make this that dark brown that we were just looking at over there. I think it was in. What was it in? What we do. Featured. Yeah, this one. This one. Let's go back up to the before here. Instead of doing that 0.5, make it that brown. There, no, I guess that's a little more on brand. And let's go ahead with that opacity. There we go. I accept. We can see that gradient still doing its thing. This, I'm actually getting this made as an SVG right now by my guy. So I think I'm actually going to inline this so that when dark mode is on, I'm going to change its fill to be white, and that will change. So that's dark mode. Now look how easy that was. See, this is why we look at desktop too. And looks like you actually need to be ideas. Okay, so we're gonna go to ideas. And I think it's actually just a problem of this not being as high as it needs to be. Or that's not as high, this needs to be low. Position relative, so that Z index can work. And there it is. Okay, yeah, without position relative, Z index will not work. So now let's go up to here. We're gonna put one in the corner over here on manufactured. So let's see. See, if we put one here in the corner on mobile, it's not really gonna matter. So let's grab the one from here. No, let's just do our own. Let's make another one. All right, overlay. Manufacturer. We're gonna do an after now. And we're gonna take vertical. So right now, this is going that way. So if I reverse it, it will go that way. Okay. Copy. And here's the after. We're going to paste. Reformat. go. You see it right there. There we go. It's just subtle enough that it looks like it belongs there. And shouldn't this be overlapping? That's right, I just set the z-index lower. Alright, looks like we got some work to do here. So on no, this is what we do. Sorry. Featured ideas. There it is, ideas. So the ideas H2, z-index 20. Let's get rid of this z-index since that was a problem. And you see, that is the problem. So what do we need your z-index to be? Why is this entire section going over it? Z-index is like 1,000. It looks like, okay, so it's going behind these, so I think it's the before. That needs to be 30. Okay, I can do that. So on root, now let's see if that has any replications on mobile. It appears no. Cool. Okay, so this is being displayed because it's dark mode. Son of a 21. Okay, that should be good. So navbar menu at root. Should be 21. Okay. So this is from the desktop. This is part of the navbar. I've seen this a couple times. It's one of the bugs in my starter kit that I have to fix every damn time. So it's in dark root. It's just basic because it has the class of dark. So anything with class of dark will be display block because it's hidden. See, it's display none normally, but when dark mode is on, it's block. And that's how I hide and show some things on light and dark mode. And I don't have to do anything extra. However, on mobile, I do not want that to be seen ever. So navbar menu by default on mobile my image is going to be displayed on. Okay, there we go. Now, on desktop, I think I want that to change. Right? No, that works. Okay, so that's all I had to do. Neotex still there. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Are we all good? All good? Okay, we're good. Except, hello, hello. What are you? Where are these lists getting a bullet? That's so weird. So let's go to our root, our footer, and let's make sure that our UL li is a list style. None. There we go. That removed those. Wonderful. Okay, so I think we're golden now. So this is still cool for dark mode. This still works. There's that inversion. Oh, surprise. Okay. We lost you. So this is in reviews, which is right here, I think. Is at the bottom. Dark mode. So it's reviews. P. Just regular P. Color's gonna be this. There it is. All right. Gotcha. And that's a dark mode for you. Oh, that's you there. Ideas. Remember we ideas one before. Okay, ideas dot one. And that background was var dark primary. Right? And that opacity was 0.5. There we go. At least that's matching the other one. Got to be consistent. Okay, there we go. So now let's see what about is all about. So you have to change that to white, change that number. Okay, it's already 16 p.m. I'm gonna hit this in a little bit. I'm gonna get little guy. It's bath time, so I'm gonna hit this and then hit process, which looks like this is already taken care of on dark mode, except for this span and these borders. But you can see now, this is a great way to show. See the border here? How it's that's how it creates the illusion. And it looks like I got to tweak some of this, but Yeah, it looks like it's already taken care of on dark mode, pretty much. So we just gotta do that. We just gotta switch that. These look cool. Actually, these look fine. So we just gotta switch out these colors, make them a little darker because this is dark mode. Make this darker, and then contact. Looks like you just change this to white, change these to white, invert this, change that to dark, and do our thing here, and then we're done. So yeah, I'm gonna get little guy in the bath, and then I'll tackle these, and you can see me do them. So I'll be back. Okay, you wanna know what's fun is when you take a break from doing videos and you come back and you start doing the next part of it, and you realize you're not recording any of it. Freaking amazing. So just to recap what I did. Yeah, I totally finished dark mode. Um, and it wasn't much. I mean, I've done everything that you saw in home, so it's not like you missed anything. The only difference that I did um, is I think it's in contact. So these things, these chevrons, instead of being images, because when you turn on dark mode, they can't change their color. So what I did is I changed them into SVGs. So I just straight up did the SVG code, like right here. So instead of it being an image, I just grabbed the SVG code and I inlined it and I hide them. And then what I do is I target the button, SVG, and path. I set the fill to be white. It's not this brown anymore. It turns into white. So that's what we do to get that. And we also did that on up here. We changed these guys into SVGs as well, the same way, so that I can change the fill color. You see? It just changes automatically. So that's one of the nice things about SVGs is you can do when you inline them. Yeah, it makes the code a little messy, but you have much more control. And then what I did is after I did all that, I go to compressor.io, select my images. So I select all of them except for my SVGs, all of my images. Let's just pick this one, right? I already compressed it. So we're going to download it, open it up, save it, and, we just put it in here. Yes. And so we do that for all of them. And what I do is I go to my custom settings and I set the quality. We're going to go to max. So all of my images, I want to maintain maximum quality. So then I close this and then I can upload. I think I signed up for, I pay $50 a year for this service and I get to do like 50 at a time, I think. So that's cool. And, they deserve it. It's a good product and I like it. So once I do that, I then go to cloudconvert.com and I choose to convert my JPEGs to WebPs. I pick one and I hit convert, and this is what it does. And then I download it, open it up. Since it is a WebP format, it's not a typical image format, it's a web browser format. It opens up in a browser and not in an image editor. So you just save as, and you just save it as you would normally. And then inside your images, it'll have the WebP file. So once I do that, then everywhere that I have my picture tag, like right here, where I'm serving up different images, I'm going to change these to WebPs. And I'm going to leave this one is going to be JPEG. This is the fallback source. So if you were on a browser that doesn't support WebPs, Safari, then it will load the JPEG, the boring, non-sexy JPEG. But otherwise, it will load the WebP image. And WebPs, I think JPEGs load like 50% faster as a WebP, and PNGs load almost 2 to 2.5 times faster as a WebP. So it's significant. If you do all of your images as WebPs, significant boost to your page speed. So that's what I do. And then once I'm done doing that, then we compress our SVGs. Come on. And I use SVG compressors where I have to search. Here we go. I use this one. And then I open my SVG. So I'll pick one icon. And I already optimized these. So this is like negligible. So then I would just download it, open it up, save icon 3. Now it's just save icon 3. Right? And I do that for all of my SVGs. And some of them, I mean, you can save 30%, sometimes 40% of the size, and every little bit counts. So that's part of my asset optimizations, and I haven't even resized all my images yet. So when you're looking at an image, so like this one, right? This is 655 by 939. To have the optimal quality and viewing pleasure, you double that. So I would double that. So width would be like 12 or 1310, and then height would be 1900, right? And that's on desktop. So that's how big that has to be. But when we go to mobile, and we go to iPad Pro, whatever. Well, this might be a bad example page. When we go here, it is 302. There you go. It's 302 on mobile, about. So I would instead make a 600 pixel wide version of this one. So it'd be 600 by 730 or something, right? And then I compress that and convert to WebP. I do that for all of my images, and this is going to be a big pain in the ass, but if you're really serious about your page speeds and you want to get that 100, that's what you have to do. So like this is 195, so it's about 200 wide. So double that. I would resize this to 400 wide, and then I would compress and convert. This is 162, so I would do like, I don't know, 350 wide, compress and convert. And like these guys, 137, double that is like 240. So I'd probably just do like 250 to be safe. Round, you can always round up. So I'd be 250. This would be maybe 350 wide, 400 wide, and that's how I do it. I resize the desktop images to be however wide this needs to be, and then that's my mobile image. So, and then again for this, that's where we made our mobile crop that was like roughly this size. So when you resize an image like that for mobile, like a background screen, instead of having like a 2,000 pixel wide image that where most of it's not even being seen, just crop a little section of it and set that as your background, and then you reset it on a tablet. So that's the asset optimizations that I do, and then we do Dr. Link check. So I already did this, and it found that I had a bad link in my CSS. So it's in my dark.css as an image. When we go to source, oh, it can't be found because I already fixed it. So it shows you where it's at in the source code. So I already fixed it. So when I rerun my check, this is what I use to check for dead links, 404s, because for SEO, you can't have a 404. Don't have 404s. Fix all of them. But this is all fine. This is good. And then, whoops. After that, I go to my HTML validator. I use this service, and I like to show by source. So I paste it in, and we check. It validates your HTML, make sure that there's no errors. And we do have an error for that mobile logo. And that's what I changed. So I found all the ID mobile logos because they were duplicates. They were on here. They're duplicates, and you can't have duplicate IDs. And this is just a remnant from my old build kit. So let's push these. Removed duplicate IDs. Push. And that's spam. So when we push that, let's just keep checking. There we go. Everything else is fine now. And this canonical, that's fine because I don't have it yet. Canonical, your link tag. This is going to be the actual website. So like this whole thing, https dot www dot whatever dot com. That is what goes there, but we don't have that yet. And if you have, that goes on all your pages right here. This goes on all your pages. So if you have like .com/about, that goes in here. You put that on all your pages. So we did that. We checked our HTML. We checked our overview on Dr. Link Check. And now we do our browser checks. So I subscribe to a service called Browser Stack, and I can choose. What they do is it's not emulated. You get to test your website on actual devices via the cloud. So they have real devices wherever they are in the world, and you're just connecting to them, and they're displaying it to you. So I wanted to see what this looks like on an iPhone Pro 11. I can see it. So I can test all the different devices and browsers. And sometimes my quick ones don't work, so I have to go to like, let's use a different one. I've been noticing my quick ones that you saw me pick from, well, they don't work sometimes, so I have to go and pick like an actual one outside of my quick find. Let's say this works. Take this in the search bar, and there it is. So this is on an iPad. Where's the device? I think this is iPad 13 Pro. So this is what our site looks like right now on an iPad. Cool. Dark mode works. And everything looks good. And our about page. Make sure this works as it should. Cool. So let's switch browser. So let's check out, let's see what it looks like on a Mac. Big Sur. Let's look at the Big Sur operating system. So this is on a Mac right now. And everything appears to look fine. Dark mode works. These work. Process. See, this looks crisp. This is perfect. All right, everything looks good. So let's try, I think Catalina is another big one. And this is all on an actual Safari 13 on Mac. So this is how I make sure, you don't have to have all these devices anymore. This is how I make sure all of my websites work as they should on multiple browsers and devices. So let's check out Android. Let's look at a Galaxy S20. Let's see how it looks on here. This is how we look on an S20. Again, this is in line with what I expect. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I think we're good. I think we're fine. Like I can test Windows. I can do IE, which that's screw that. Let's see what it looks like on Firefox, just to make sure. And everything looks as it should. Okay, so we're done there. I think we're fine. There's no glaring issues. And next we're gonna do is we're gonna get this little fab icon here. So I want this X. I think that would be great. How am I gonna get it? I'm gonna try GIMP. So I use GIMP. It's a free image editor, open source. Basically a free version of Photoshop. It's got a Neotex. Let's open up the logo dark. Yeah, there, the logo black. So I want to grab this X. So I'm just going to circle this. Woo. Gotcha. And I am going to invert selection. So it reverses. Now it selects all that. Delete. And then we go to image, crop to content. So it crops it to whatever the content is. And then I'm going to export. Oops. Export as. And that's going to, we'll just do this as PNG. And this is going to be fab icon. Cool. So we got that. We got our X. And now I use, I think this is the one, fabicongenerator.net. So I select my image, fab icon, continue with picture, and there it is. Neat, right? So I'm going to go down here, generate your fab icons. So it's going to create all of the image formats that I need, as well as give me the code, which the code is already, this is already part of my build kit. So we're just going to download our fab icon package, extract all, and we're just going to take all these, dump them in your root directory. So like, see this is where, these are my favicons that I have by default. Actually, we don't even need this. So I'm going to take all these and I'm going to do that. Replace. Everything got replaced. And now you'll notice there it is. There's my little X. So that's cool. So that's how you get your fav icons. And then the next thing I would do is I would add it to Google Analytics, and then I would add it to the Search Console. And then once I have it on the Search Console, then we're going to do a sitemap generator. I use this one. So this is how you generate sitemaps. Well, how I do it. You just put your website in here. And when it downloads, the sitemap details. These are all your pages. So this is your sitemap. And then again, you would just put this in your root directory. So there it is, sitemap 3. Move in here, rename it to sitemap. And every time you add new pages or remove pages, you should update the sitemap. And then you can go into Google and you can update the sitemap there too. But I'm not going to do that because it has all my personal information and client stuff. So I'm not going to open those pages, but that's how you do it. And then when you go to submit your sitemap, it should be pretty straightforward on Google under sitemap, and it'll have like a little link up top with a slash, and you just type sitemap.xml and then submit, and then there it is. So we got our sitemap, we got our fav icons, we compressed our images, we converted them, we compressed our SVGs, and I think that is the extent of it. Now, because I didn't convert all of my images to WebPs, and I didn't size them right. This is not going to be a perfect. So I'm just doing this to see if I missed anything, because I know exactly what I need to do with my images, and that's probably going to be my biggest problem. So we're at a 99, which is good. Speed index is fantastic. No cumulative layout shifts, no blocking time. Time to interactive is great. This is what we want to see. So see, it's serve images in next-gen formats. Oh, looks like I forgot to decoding equals I have it on there. Decoding equals async. Anyways, I gotta go figure out what that's all about. But it probably just has to do with my images. And like, see, these are not properly sized. So I got to resize these guys for mobile. But those are it. That's it. These are my only issues, and I knew that was my problem. So when I go ahead and do all of my image and asset optimizations, this is going to improve. Believe it or not, looking at these numbers are going to improve. I barely did anything, but it's the way you code. So this, like, it's very easy for me now to get 100 because of the way I code. And you know, once we get all those WebPs and resizing, this will be an easy 100. And let's just see what Lighthouse has to say to us. Make sure that I got all my. This is basically a checklist. Seeing what I'm missing. It's not going to be perfect. Okay, so let's see what we got. Right away, see these 3 accessibility best practices SEO. Any monkey can get 100 on these. So just because you have 100 in SEO does not mean your website is perfect on SEO. It's great. It's awesome. It's going to rank so well. No. That's not how that works. Don't equate this with like performance wise. Like, just because you have 100 in SEO does not mean that you are going to be the next front page result. And I see this a lot when I was dealing with a Wix developer, and their performance scores are like in the 60s and 70s. And but they're like, yeah, it scores 100 on SEO all my websites. Like, that doesn't matter. That's just a checklist. That means you just did what you're supposed to do. What really matters is, you know, getting hundreds on these so that, you know, you're not screwing up, and then getting this performance. This is where the real test is getting your performance up. So let's just go through this. So right here, this is telling me my contrast ratio on these buttons are it's failing. So like if I go to here and inspect, where's a button? Yeah, it's 2.97. So I just have to make this darker. That's all. So I'm going to make that darker. That's easy. Links don't have a name. So that's again, this is going to be an ARIA label here. So we have a link, right? But it has no text telling you what the link does. So that's what an ARIA label is. Click to go to homepage. That's what this is telling us. And we're going to have to do that on all pages. Save. Save. And save. When a link does not have any text inside of it, it just has images or, buttons or icons, you have to add an ARIA label to it and tell the screen reader what it does. All right. So once we have that, guess what? 100 on accessibility. Does that mean our website is 100% accessible and will pass everything? No, doesn't mean that. Don't get excited. It just means that you did everything you're supposed to do. So now let's look at best practices. Serve images in low resolution. Yeah, it's all that's bullshit. So this is going to be fine. This is going to get fixed because those are not the actual images. And I'm going to try and get SVGs of those anyway, and that will make everything a lot smoother. So SEO, yeah, this is not good, but we don't have a meta description. That's cool because we haven't done that yet. These links are not crawlable. So does that mean? I think that means they're empty. Yeah, there's no href. So that's another thing that I haven't done yet on here is I haven't gone through all of my links. So like, let's go to the home page. Let's just find all of my href. So like this doesn't have a link, so we gotta go /about. Logos, these are not links. This link, this let's see, manufacturer. So this should be our /process, right? And then we go through here. No links. Then we go to here. Here's an empty link /process. So this is just helping you. This is how you do your checklist, right? So this is how I search all of my links. I just look for an href and a quote, and that'll highlight them all for me nice and easily. So that should go to contact, right? No, not HTML. And then this should go to home, so index.html. This needs to go to home index /about /process /contact HTML. Once I get these, they're going to be fine. This is just going to go to contact page. That's going to be the phone number, and then that's going to be the email. So actually what we should do is click to email, because it's a good way to deter spam. We'll just do our mail to and put it in here. So spam, a lot of times they'll look at the HTML markup and look for anything with an @ in the text box. So it'll check for an email and it'll scrape it, grab it, and send you some spam. But if you hide it behind click to email and put it in your href, it won't be able to pick it up. So that'll save you a lot of spam. Some people don't like that. I want to show my email. Well, okay, get ready for this amazing opportunity you're going to get every 6 hours. So that's that. So all those links, that's all done. So all the links are done on this page. I'm going to do them for the rest of the page. You don't need to see me do it. And that's basically it. I mean, just those checks alone. See, it's my images. So like, yeah, this speed index, this time to interactive, everything is looking great. My largest contentful paint, that's going to get a lot lower once I resize, optimize, and convert. So I can't actually do this right now because I can't waste my time for images that are not going to, why should I spend a couple hours optimizing all my images when just for a video? I know when I'm just gonna have to swap them out anyway and do it again. But I mean, you don't need to see me do it. Clearly, it's easy for me to get hundreds on these, and I know exactly what my problem is. And once I fix these image issues, it's done. There's nothing else that we. I think this is the fewest amount of diagnostics I've seen. So that's optimizations. That's dark mode. That is QA and quality checks, sitemap. I think that's where we are. If you're not using less, what I like to do is I'll take all my CSS and I'll run it through an auto prefixer. So like all of my CSS here, because I set it to auto prefix as well. Everything that needs a prefix will get a prefix. So what I do, if you're not using less like me, you just copy all your CSS and you put it in here, and on the left it will spit out all the CSS with their browser prefixes. So let's see if we got any. Yeah, here we go. Like a filter. You need a WebKit prefix for it to work on Safari. So this will add it for you. Everything that like your transitions, your animations, like this, like for all of your flex prefixes for WebKit and MS. So this will do it all for you. So you just code as you would normally on Chrome, where everything works nicely and happily. And then you use auto prefixer to add in all those little handlebar, what do you call them? Training wheels for the other browsers that can't keep up. You just give them that little extra help that they need to be everything that they're supposed to be. So that's that. We did our fab icon, and I think that's it. I think this website is done, minus content and images. So I'm looking forward to wrapping this up, and I will also put the link to this website in the descriptions, so that when I am done doing all of my optimizations, you can check out the website for yourself and check the page speed score, and you'll see a website with a perfect 100. So that is that. Hopefully this was helpful in some way, watching me go through this process with this big old website. I don't normally do multiple pages. I usually just do a home page, but this one needed a little more special oomph. So I paid extra. I had to bill for my designer extra to put this one together, and she just absolutely crushed it. So this is it. We've made Neotex. And I know they're very excited about this site. I know I am, because it's very different from what I'm used to doing. So it was frustrating, but it was a lot of fun doing something a little different. So hopefully you guys enjoy the process, and maybe learn something, so that when you start doing something like this on your own, you just follow my process, my methodologies, and you should, when you're done doing, like, going through the motions, doing the step-by-steps, recropping your images as you're coding, and then compressing and converting, you're gonna get 100 on your first try, pretty much, or at least a 99. I was not expecting a 99 with the size of all my images and they're not being compressed or anything, but yeah, if you follow everything I do and you turn it into your own process, like you do this, do that, at the end of it, you're going to wind up with one of these, and it's going to be 100. So once you're done with everything, like me, it's going to be 100, and it'll be your first 100. It'll be awesome, and it's just, I don't know, it feels good. It feels good when you can do this, because before the best I could do was like 95s or 98s. And I did more research and I started poking it and pushing it, getting to like a 98 and then a 99, and I could never get that 100. But the web keys and the preloading the fonts and preloading the first homepage image, um, and resizing and lazy loading background images, that's what got me to 100. So good luck on your projects or your sites, and hopefully when you guys are done, you get a little something like this. So feel free to comment with any questions, or if you want anything else or need anything else explained. Yeah, go ahead, and I'll make sure I respond. So outside of me continuing to talk, because I got a lot more work to do as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I got a few more projects in the pipeline. I think I got 3 more that I got to build, and I think I'm going to record all 3 of them. So we'll see. I'll see you guys in the next video.